Is it showing? That's the best mural of all, is Shrek. So the little story behind that is anytime I get my nails done, Spence is like, are you gonna get Shrek? And I did green for St. Patrick's Day. Heading to the gym. Gonna do some shoulders today. Let's try not to hit anything in Spencer's car because I've scraped the rims before and I just door dinged somebody. It's the wind, I swear. Or did I? The world will never know except for if we post that part on here. It's the wind, okay? It's so windy right now. We're gonna work on doing more content for sure. It was a weird year last year, like I've said, working on more footage, things like that. Stuff outside of the gym too. Obviously the gym is like a huge part of my life and competing. But I wanna show other things as well because there's more to life than just bodybuilding and the gym. I feel very mentally drained lately and I think it's because of work. It just takes a lot out of me. I'm an anxious person and I stress easily. I feel like I can, like, the energy there, I'm not someone that's big on energies and things like that, but I feel like as soon as I step into that building, there's like negativity and it just wears me down. I gotta figure some shit out and do what's best for me. Keep it real with you guys. I have been debating going back to school to get my master's degree. I think with what I would love to do with my career, I'd need to have my master's degree and I would eventually love to get my PhD. So my doctorate, that'd be amazing. That's probably gonna be a little bit ways down the road because we wanna have a family eventually and that's gonna take priority, children, things like that. Not saying it can't be done, just gotta figure some stuff out and have a pathway. It'll work out. It'll work out how it's supposed to. I'm a firm believer in that. Just have to be moving towards the right direction and get myself out of my comfort zone, try new things, not be so stagnant. I think I tend to do that because, I mean, who doesn't? When you're comfortable with things, it's, you know, you just chill there and it can be a long time that you're in that situation and the uncomfortable things are what help you to succeed more. It's often the hardest thing to do, but it pays off in the end. We're almost to the gym. Gonna get an upper body day, so we'll take you along. Not gonna be a super long video this time. We're just gonna get some snippets there, keep it kind of short, keep it real.
Took a deal, signed another deal, post up in the hills on the real, headed for a mill, travel with me still, getting kills, all this pop appeal, got these pop stars try popping in, and they getting pop for real. I ain't tryna build, I was tryna lead a meal, getting to it, before I hopped up off the block, I was still going through it, friends doing pills, and came faster than it should've. I was Buddy Hill, shooting at a pace soon as I pull up, dropping buckets, yeah, like it's nothing. In the kitchen chopping onions, yeah. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, cause I'm dropping buckets, ay, yeah. Like it's nothing, ay. Earn my respect and burn a budget, ay. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, baby. Yeah, I'm dropping buckets. Drop some cash for me, don't worry about my past for me. I'm driving with no gasoline, this life I live's a fantasy. Yeah, I do this for my dogs, all my day ones and my family. My life gon' live through them if I end up in any tragedies. I hope y'all understand this shit got bigger cause it had to be. I always knew I had it, but just not at this capacity. I recognize the gravity, closer to the summit, stacking chips and counting nuggets. I've been stunting, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets. Ayy, yeah, like it's nothing. Ayy, in the kitchen chopping onions. Ayy, tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, cause I'm dropping buckets. Ayy, yeah, like it's nothing. Ayy, earn my respect and burn a budget. Ayy, tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets. Earn my respect and burn a budget. Tears falling down, underdog is finally overcoming, baby, cause I'm dropping buckets.
Okay, we are gonna film some leg day. I swear I always do upper body these days for videos, when in the past I feel like it's been like a leg day. I don't know, so you'll see some new footage of some of the workouts tailored towards what needs to improve for me. We don't have a lot of batteries, so we gotta like hustle on this. I'm gonna do some warm-ups. I'm gonna do some banded sidewalks, just a little bit of band work there, and then we're gonna jump on in. I'm repping my Global Formulas. This is my little pump cover and another pump cover, Coat Savannah for a discount. We don't just have supplements, but we have clothing too. So this is super comfy and it's great to wear as a warm-up and whatnot, or just around the house, and I love it. Gonna get started, I'll see you in a sec. We're gonna do a couple warm-up sets and then some working sets here. So I start usually just with the weight of this for about 15 reps. That was brutal. I'm still sore from my last glute day. I really need to get some body work done. So Jamie's told me I need to do that. So I'm gonna send a text tonight to get something scheduled because your girl needs it. I neglect body work and all of those things. I struggle with stretching too. I've been a lot better now, wouldn't you say so? Yeah. Yeah, Spence says yes. So definitely a lot better. So working on improving that. My recovery is where it's always been rough for me because I just don't prioritize it. So I'm working to turn a new leaf and be better. You have my word, I'm gonna be better. it was a feeder set, so it just gets us, it's like the next step from a warm-up set, feeder set, and then my working sets, just to prepare me for adding a little bit more weight. I have been lifting a bit lighter and really focusing on the mind-muscle connection. In the past, I feel like I've done a lot of ego lifting. So this has been good for me to just like put my ego aside and just focus on that contraction and movement. When I was just doing the machine and no weights on there, that was like insane. Also, I'm still sore. And I did like some yoga and like deep stretching last night, and so I feel a little sore from that too, but all good things, all good things. Listening to my body and just working to be better, whether that looks like increasing weight or more so the connection that I have, mind-muscle connection. It could be different ways to improve. So we're focusing on listening to my body and feeling a little weak. So just gauging my strength off of each set. I feel like I'm not making any sense, but you know, working to be better. That's the moral of the story. I've done a little bit of stuff here and there. We're just trying to keep it brief, but I'm gonna put on my belt here for some half kneeling single leg RDLs. This helps me a lot with those, keeping my core nice and tight. And I also will utilize this in different forms and variations of squats too, to just help brace and helping me remember to brace and keep that core nice and tight. So give me a little extra support. Here we go. So recently the refinery has had a lot of murals done. So we're gonna show you a lot of those. It's really cool. Spence will show you some while I'm like busting through here. We didn't charge our battery for the camera, so we're just trying to hustle through and hopefully get enough content and workout for you. But the best mural of all is this bad boy. Is it showing? That's the best mural of all, is Shrek. So the little story behind that is anytime I get my nails done, Spence is like, are you gonna get Shrek? And I did green for St. Patrick's Day. And I was like, well, Shrek is green. We may as well just throw him on there. And I surprised Spence and it was the best. Priceless, priceless. Anyway, all in favor of Shrek on the walls here? Yes. We are done now. We cranked through that bad boy. It's 9:30 and we both have work tomorrow. So that was a long one, a brutal one. Just kind of was on like, felt like felt like a chicken with my head cut off. Just trying to get through everything. So hopefully we'll have a little bit more after this workout. It's not just this. So Shrek really stole the show. I'm like slurring my words here because I'm just so tired, but. So we have some shows that I think are pretty much locked in. I'm not gonna share that because it could change and that just creates more pressure for me, I think. So I'm excited about that. I officially have dropped 10 pounds since I started with Jamie, which is wild. And we haven't really gone crazy with, my cardio's only 30 minutes, 6 times a week. I do have a step goal right now. We're carb cycling and my carbs are still on my low day. They're still 160 grams, which is higher than they ever were in my improvement seasons in the past, which is kind of scary to say. So we've definitely worked on getting calories at a good starting point and macros up there so that we can kind of manipulate more as time comes. But I'm very pleased with everything. We're trying to not make shoulders bigger. Obviously, that's been kind of, they've been a little bit more overpowering. I wouldn't say overpowering, but pretty dominant in the past. So I'm not targeting those as much. I do have a shoulder day and like an upper pump, but it's kind of nice to see and like cool to see the changes with that because I'm like, wow, I can see that they are like appearing smaller, but we weren't trying to grow those. So all fun things. So I'll see you guys later. And I hope you enjoyed this workout. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more for you, but we'll see you later. Hello. We are on our way for me to go get microneedling with PRP. What that is they'll draw my blood and they'll take out the plasma and then they will inject it into my face. That helps promote more collagen there. It's my own plasma, so it's nothing crazy. It's not like it's someone else's. It can help with some scarring from like acne scars. I believe it can help with pores. It can help with underneath your eyes here as well, which I'm excited about because I feel like no matter what, I always have just kind of dark underneath my eyes. So I wanted to document some of that, which is not gym stuff, which is kind of cool. There's this nurse that I go to. I've been to her once so far for Botox, and she's pretty awesome. So she works at the ER and she also works at a med spa. I'm just going to her house. We're gonna do it there and have a good time. I have nothing on my face right now. This is just my bare face with natural lighting there. I mostly want this too. It's supposed to help with like youthfulness, but it can also help with pores. And I feel like I just don't love my pores, and you probably can't like see anything from there. A little rejuvenation is never a bad thing. I washed my hair and went to the gym. You know, it's a good day when you wash your hair. We trained shoulders today. I did my cardio. I've already got pretty much all of my steps in for the day. I think I've got more than my steps. I'm done with my steps for the day. That's great. And it's like, well, it's 7 p.m. I am so nervous. I have had like, I get so anxious, but I'm just so nervous. Like the pit of my stomach, am I wording that right? There's a pit in my stomach, or I don't know. My stomach is just, I've been so nervous and I'm like, what if something goes wrong? I need to be more of an optimist instead of someone that's kind of like expecting the worst. I don't know. I just need to be more positive with things. So we're on our way there. We will see you in a bit and you'll be able to see what they call the vampire facial, because it's supposed to like, they're taking your own like blood, but they're separating the plasma. I don't know. They call it the vampire facial. I will see you guys soon. Dehydration, or you just have like less, you typically have less skin there anyway, but.
Right, it's just thinner, so
thin.
it's more see-through, for a lack of better word. But the microneedling can thicken it.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, so we have the lidocaine, the numbing cream gel on my face to help numb it up, because we're gonna have fun stuff happening. So yeah, I'm all cozied up here. She has a cute little blanket for me. She is gonna draw my blood while this is numbing. We'll keep this on for like 20 to 30 minutes and draw my blood, and we'll go from there. I feel like I identify as a blonde, you know, I'm like, that's who I am. So I'm like, it's
That's
just.
how I feel too, even though my hair is pretty light naturally.
Is it?
It's not blonde, but it's not as dark as it is right now.
Okay.
At the hospital, I've centrifuged many tubes of blood in my life.
Well, that's good to know. I'm like, that's good. That's good. I'm not your first, you know, patient.
You're not my first centrifuge.
Okay, good. All right, good. No, I didn't think I was, but you know, that does help. That helps me to feel a little bit more relaxed too.
No. Okay, I'm gonna see how much you're blanching. Does that feel pretty numb? Your skin? Like you can feel pressure, but does it feel, you know, numb?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take the numbing off. But if it's not tolerable when we start the needling, let me know, okay? And we'll re-numb you or we'll leave it on longer.
Okay.
No problem.
I can definitely feel like the numbness. I feel like I feel it more like on my cheeks, maybe because there's more like skin there, or it's more like squishy. I'm like,
No, it's normal for the cheeks to feel more numb. I don't know why. I honestly don't know the reason, but
okay.
get it out of the way. How you doing?
Good.
Is that really painful?
Mm-mm.
Sweet.
Definitely reminds me of when I was getting my eyebrows, you know, the
Oh,
sound and, well, no, it's more of just like the sound and stuff. I'm just like,
I think I told you I had a bad experience with eyebrows too.
I think you did.
Which a lot of people do, because there's a lot of people doing eyebrows that should have no business.
Yeah,
tattooing people's faces, like.
Yeah. Yeah, that's agreed.
Yeah.
So do you typically just go over it once, or do you go over it like?
I usually do 2. It depends how the skin reacts. If
Okay.
I feel like you have a lot of pinpoint bleeding already with one pass, you know, then I'm not gonna irritate it more because it's enough.
Yeah.
But if your skin's not really reacting to it, there's not a lot of pinpoint bleeding to it, then I'll do a second pass.
Okay.
So you do have quite a bit of pinpoint irritation because your skin is sensitive. So I think on your forehead, at least, we're only going to do one
Just
pass.
once? Okay.
Yeah. And that's usually what I end up doing.
Okay.
2 is like the max. So your channel's like lifestyle?
So a lot of it is like geared around like fitness and like working out and things like that, but I want it to be more of,
like
kind
wellness.
of, yeah.
Okay.
And not just the gym. I'll have nightmares that I'm like late or I like missed school or my mom didn't excuse my absences or I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm ridiculous.
I wonder if you get those because you work at a school.
You know, that
so
might be
you're
it
like
too.
in that atmosphere, you know?
This is the finished product here. We're looking pretty red. Feeling like the guy on Just Go With It who had too much Botox. That's really what it feels like. And this is me like trying to smile here. But it went well. And we'll be back in probably like, what do you think? Like
21 days to 30 days.
Like about a month or so?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, even if it's within 21 days, it's more than enough.
Okay. Yeah. So I got to go get some, what is it called? The
thermal spray water.
Thermal spray water to help soothe this. So that's what we're going to go do. Run to Target, grab that, and I'll really be lathering that sucker on. Well, not lathering, but spraying, you know.
Spraying.
Yes, yes. But here it is. Stay tuned for the results because it's going to be great.
It's so so tight. Like when I say this, I don't use smile. You get like wrinkles because it's like I told you it's like putting like egg whites on your face. Like the plasma's just like.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I'm like really trying, and it's just yeah. All right, so it is the morning after. That sounds kind of funny saying that. The morning after I got my microneedling with PRP. So right after, I'll show you how it's looking now. I have nothing on my face. I actually just rinsed with water this morning and then just patted it dry. So I just need to moisturize and avoid putting anything like retinols or things that can be very abrasive on your skin, which I don't use a lot of those anyway. I feel like my skin routine's like very bare minimum. I use Purity by Philosophy for my face wash. I've used that for years. I feel like it's very mellow and calming. And then I will use a Le Labo moisturizer that's very calming as well. But I'm thinking that has like a tiny bit of fragrance in it, but I think it would be fine. But I might just go with like vitamin E oil to kind of help moisturize today, just to play it safe. So yeah, it's feeling really good. After I got it done, my face felt very tight, and I obviously can move my face now. And it was starting to feel kind of like a sunburn for sure. So right now it honestly feels pretty chill. I just put on my the thermal spring water. I sprayed that on after I had rinsed my face this morning. It's feeling pretty chill. It just feels a little dry, so I need to go moisturize for sure. But this is just a little bit of like a morning routine. I never film much of those. So got up, washed my face, brushed my teeth, all the fun stuff, took my prescriptions, and which is, for anxiety, depression, those fun things. But I wanted to show a little bit of my vitamins that I take now. So I take milk thistle. This is really great for your liver. Obviously you can take Tudka as well, which is a bit more strong, which I need to order some more. So it's a really good liver support, especially if you are eating a lot of protein and you are, an enhanced athlete. It's very good to help support that liver there. I take astragalus root. That's also something that helps with, as far as I'm aware, it can help with like kidney and liver and things like that. So take that. I really do love this Nutricost brand. I just get it on Amazon and they've been amazing. I've taken them for years. They're the brand that I take for Tudka as well. I take evening primrose oil for, hormones and things like that. I love this stuff, been taking it for years. I just started taking Nutrafol, so Jamie cleared it. I can take Nutrafol here, and that's for hair. So I just want my hair to be stronger and thicker and things like that. I don't know if we'll see how it goes, but my hair is very fine. So we'll see. I'm excited to try that out. You do a little test online and it just sees what they need to produce for you and for your needs and what type of hair you have. So I'm excited. This is day 3 of taking this. There's 4 pills in there. They're like, you have to take 4 of those bad boys. Let me grab one more so you can see. 4 a day. And they recommend, obviously, consistency is key. They want you to take it for like 3 to 6 months to obviously with things like that, it's not gonna happen overnight, so it makes sense. Probiotics, I like this brand here, the PB8. I take this one here. 2 of these a day, which is great for gut health, digestive system, all the fun stuff. That's just a lot of my regulars there. I'll also take a multivitamin, fish oil, things like that. This is also something that I drink this every day. It's green tea HP. It was founded here in Utah. So it's natural green tea with some natural caffeine as well. This one is good for hair, skin, and nails. So it has vitamin A, vitamin E, hyaluronic acid, collagen, fun things like that. And it's just really good for hair, skin, and nails. And I like the taste of it. So yeah, EGCG, which is from green tea leaves, collagen, hyaluronic acid, which helps to hydrate, vitamin E, that helps preserving essential fatty acids, enhances eye function, all the fun things, vitamin A, that helps with maintaining healthy skin, hair, nails, so stuff like that. This is what I've taken for years as well. So you can check them out at the mall. They have them at Fashion Place Mall,
Where else do they have them? I don't think they have them at Southtown anymore, but they'll have them at like malls in Utah County as well. You can order online. Good stuff. So drink that. And I'm gonna make some food. So I'm gonna make some oats today and egg whites for my first meal. So I'll make those, put a little bit of cinnamon, some pink Himalayan salt, and then a tiny bit of stevia. So that's what's on the menu next. All right, so next, get my egg whites out. Maggie says hi. Gordon says hi, sweet babies. But I gotta scoot past you to grab the oats, sweetheart. Excuse me. Thank you. Thanks, sweetheart. All right, grabbing all the essential ingredients here. Weigh everything out. First, we will do my oats. I'm gonna do 40 grams of quick oats. I know I should probably do like the sprouted ones that are better for you. These, I just really love the texture of them, and they're a lot easier. There we go, perfect, on the dot. Then I'll add my dry, I'll just do all my dry ingredients. So some sprinkles here of cinnamon, a crank of my pink salt here, and I get my stevia from Trader Joe's as well. I love this one. It just has less in it than a lot of ones that you would get just at like Walmart or like Smith's or things like that. So I'll put in, I'll do 2 little thingies, whatever that would be considered. I'll just do 2 of those. And now we're gonna clear this out. Well, actually, no. I do about 3/4 cup of this. So this is one that I won't really necessarily measure out. I just do, or weigh out, I'll just measure it. And then we'll pour that in here. And mix it up a little bit. I get these little, you know, frozen yogurt spoons. These are the best. Makes it feel like you're eating a lot more than you are since they're just smaller. A lot of people use them and it's great. I actually got these from like an acai place. So, put that in the microwave for a minute. And then I'll mix it around and then I'll warm it up again for another minute, and it's kind of like more of the consistency of like a cake-ish. So it just depends. Sometimes I'll put my egg whites on the stove, cook them up that way, and then mix them into my oats. But this is just easier, and I don't know, it's pretty chill. So I'm all about like efficient things, and this is pretty efficient, and I'm usually like short on time. So today I'm not. It's actually spring break, and I work in education, so I don't have work this week. It's Thursday though, it's the tail end, which makes me really, really sad because I don't want to go back, because after having a long break, you know, it's nice. So anyway, we'll do this, and then I may add a little bit of fats to it. The fats that I use peanut butter, and this is also one that I love from Trader Joe's, peanut butter with honey. So this one's really tasty. So I'll normally just do about 16 grams of this, so it's half of a serving, and add it in there to kind of help give it a little bit more like flavor. So we'll see. I gotta double check my macros today, which I'd be able to have these. I'm figuring out where I wanna add different things. So meal number 1. This is after just a minute. You can see it looks a little weird and some of the egg whites have cooked already. So that's why I add another 45 seconds to 60 seconds. So I'll probably do, I found that I typically like 45 seconds, so not quite a full minute. Okay, Now it's piping hot here. This is what it looks like after 45 seconds. So it's still got a little bit of like, it's not completely dry, which is nice, but I'll just kind of chop it up. And then it's got a really good consistency to my liking. So it just kind of depends on what you prefer, but I don't mind it like this. Maggie would love it either way, right? Is that true? You would? And I think we are going to add a little bit of my fats to this. And you got to be careful with these because you could think you're having a serving and it's not. So we'll see how close I am. I think I'm over by 2. Perfect. 16 grams. Being precise and consistent with things is seriously like, goes all the way. The best soap here, Trader Joe's. I like am a walking billboard of Trader Joe's these days. This is plant-based and it doesn't have a bunch of weird stuff. I'd love to eventually like go more towards natural things. Like for shampoo and conditioner, I've been using soap bars and they're natural, so that's nice. This is what I use to clean down the counters, all that stuff. So I was just wiping down the counters, as you could see. Meal number 2. First things first, I need to get a clean bowl here. I am gonna be having some low-fat cottage cheese, also from Trader Joe's, with, let me grab my pretzels. I really like these pretzels that I got from Costco, called Kindling, I think. Kindling. Kind of fun. They have a little fox on there, and they're dill pickle flavored. Go figure, my favorite. So these are pretty neat. They don't have a lot of ingredients in them. It's 130 calories per serving, which is 30 grams. And there's 15 grams of carbs in here, 4.5 fat, and 8 grams of protein. So that's pretty decent for a pretzel. So I'll do a serving of this, but then I'm also going to add in, I believe, an apple as well to just get more carbs in there. This is kind of more of just like a little snack. So debating on looking at my protein on here, there's only 13 grams of protein per serving here, which is also half a cup about. So I'm probably going to do 1.5 servings there so that I'm having a little bit more protein. $30 grams. $29. $29. $30. Perfect. Precise. So we'll have this, and most likely an apple. Not a very large apple here, which would be probably 20 grams of carbs, if that, or a little bit less since this is a smaller apple. So we'll let MyFitnessPal do the rest with that. So this is gonna be my next meal there with some Costco water. My favorite, Costco water. Okay, real quickly before we go, MyFitnessPal's the best for scanning everything in there. I can just add it in, and I like to change this to grams, even though it's the same, but we're gonna do 1.5 servings there. So we'll have 19.5 grams of protein, only 3 grams of fat, and 7.5 grams of carbs. Add that into meal number 2. And then we're also going to scan our pretzels for, we have 1 serving. Perfect. So far, let's see here. We will have, where's my NV apples? Medium, medium, medium. That's probably what we'll just do there. So 25 grams of carbs. So this one's going to be a little bit higher. So let's take a look at our meals. I like to try to keep them pretty close in calories and similar with carbs and try to space them out. So 375 calories for meal 1, 355 here for meal 2. And we'll look at these are my macros right now on a low day. So I have 150 grams of carbs, 45 grams of fats, 155 grams of protein. And that changes on my high day. So my fats and my proteins will go down a little bit as my carbs go up on my high day. So this is what a low day looks like. Not too shabby. I haven't been crazy starving, so sometimes it's really hard, honestly, to get all of those in. It's rough sometimes. But there we go. We'll have our next meal here and just chill. It's time to prep some chicken. Also, I had a slight meal since the last time, but we were at Spence and his dad coach cross country and track. They have their own private team, and we went to that. So I went with, and I was not outside because of my face, had to protect it. So I just went and I took a nap in the car, which was a fun time, which I could have just done that at home, but I wanted to, spend more time with Spence, even though I was just asleep in the car. So what I had, I'll show you really quickly for my meal number 3. I just had a Bearbell bar, and then I had a Chomps turkey stick. So it was like really snacky, super chill. I don't think I have any more of the Bearbells that I could show you. I can look, but I know I have a Chomps. So I had one of these, and it's antibiotic free. So these are, I still try not to have a lot of things like this because it still is processed. And, I try not to, but I was just needing something quick. So here and there, I think these are totally fine. I try not to have those all of the time, but I will show you these that I also love. These mandarins, oh my gosh. They do have some sugar in there. There's they have some sugar, sulfur dioxide for freshness. That's all that's in there. These are also way, way good for a carb source. Her cheeks are so squishy. I just love to just squish them like this, and she just lets me do it. I just want to squish them all day. Yeah, is that okay? You're unsure, but you're just being sweet. Yeah, you are very sweet. Such a sweet girl. We got to prep some chicken, so I have more whole food protein sources versus a protein bar and things like that. If you know me, I have a phobia of raw meat, especially raw chicken. It just freaks me out. My dad had told me this story when I was young, and this is why it freaks me out. I feel like I'm freaking out in proxy of him, living through him with this experience. So he and his siblings years ago, they were all married, they had some group date night. They went to a Chinese restaurant right before they were closing. They saw that there was this big group, so they let him in. It's more money. So they shouldn't have gone late. He learned the hard way. So they go and he orders something that has chicken in it. The first bite that he takes, it's rubbery, and he's did not eat it. He already started to chew it and spit it out, but that enough was the culprit. He got horrible food poisoning and was straight up pooping blood at one point, and it was lasted for 2 weeks, where it was kind of on and off of things, and then once it started to be blood, it was bad. Then he was okay, I need to go to the doctor, and got an antibiotic, and then all was well. So that's my situation here with chicken. It just freaks me out. And we have, obviously, if you do not have one of these, meat thermometers, you need to get one. It's a peace of mind for sure. And I tend to overcook my meats just to be safe, just for peace of mind. And I usually make Spence cook my protein. He cooks it on the Traeger, but I want to do my chicken in the crock pot this time and use some chicken broth too to just kind of help it to be a little bit more juicy and whatnot. So here we go. Let's get this started. Preparing for war. I should probably take my watch off. We don't want any association of, salmonella here. We are over here facing our fears. I get the boneless and skinless chicken breasts. Whenever I crock pot these, I will shred them up as well so that it's just easier to eat. You better believe I sterilized the crap out of the sink afterwards. That's for sure. Oh dear, my sleeve's rolling down. There's a chicken booby. And there's another chicken booby. A lot of the stuff that I'll cook as well, I will separate some and freeze it so that it's preserved, because I don't have chicken for every single meal for my protein, but I don't want to waste it, obviously. So I will end up putting some in the freezer, and then you just defrost that bad boy, and then you have some more. Depending on how much chicken I have, I think this whole pack can usually last me about like 2 weeks, I'd say. The chicken juice in there is just, oh. This is why I make Spence do it. One more time for good measure. We are going to put this on high for 6 hours because this crock pot is weird. Our last one was a lot better with the timer. Okay, we'll do 4 for right now and check on it, which would leave us at like midnight 30. But I don't have work tomorrow, so I'll be at the gym for a little bit, and then we'll just keep an eye on this chicken. Spence actually, before we left for San Diego, when I got when I won my first pro show, he stayed up late until like 1 in the morning or so, just to make sure it was all cooked and like ready to go, so I could sleep in like as much as I needed to, which was really nice. Also from Costco, I just truly love Costco. We're gonna get this bad boy in there. We'll dump a good amount in here. We're probably gonna pour this whole thing. There we go. This is the blend, so it has salt, pepper, and garlic. There we go. That's an easy way to cook your chicken, especially a crock pot or like a slow cooker. Those things are great if you have a bunch of stuff to do. Like if you wanted it to cook for a long time while you're at work, you could set it on like a lower setting for a longer time. I'll typically do this, like I'll do it usually before I go to the gym. When I'm cooking it, it's like after work, and then I usually go to the gym earlier than 8:30 at night. We'll let this sit here while I go to the gym. I need to get a quick pre-workout meal. All right, pre-workout meal. This we get from Costco. This is great. I love these overnight oats because they're quick. Let's see, ingredients: almond milk, so water and almonds, rolled oats, dried apples, apple juice concentrate, cinnamon, and sea salt. That's all that's in this bad boy. Macros on here: carbs are 31 grams, protein 6 grams, and then fats are 6 grams. 200 calories total. This one's apple cinnamon. In the box that you can get at Costco, there's a vanilla bean, and then there's also blueberry. All yummy flavors, but I chose this one for today. I already logged it in there, and I'm having a scoop of Global Formula's protein powder. This one is just the chocolate milkshake. That's what I've been having a lot lately, is the chocolate milkshake. That one, I feel, this one and then the chocolate peanut butter are like the best, in my opinion. I'm not too fond of like the vanilla or the cookies and cream. I guess just I'm more of like a chocolate gal. So that's what we're having here. And then I'll hurry and head off to the gym. And then we'll have a little bit of some macros left when I get back from the gym. Last meal of the day is super weird. I'm having egg whites and then popcorn. This popcorn though is seriously my favorite, Lesser Evil. I like this purple one because it's a little bit sweeter than the bag that's pink or yellow. So 55 calories per cup, and 2 cups is a serving. 110 calories, 3 grams of fat, 18 grams of carbs, 2 grams of protein. I like this brand because it has minimal ingredients as well. And this right here is a serving, so that's a good amount. So Easily like a nice way to like end the night. A little snack there. And then some egg whites that are a very lean protein, obviously. There's no fats in there, so it's just straight protein. My macros are a little weird for this last meal here. I didn't plan ahead today, which I really should. I do eat a lot of the same things every day. Sometimes it's a little weird, and that's okay. So you make it work. And enjoy the foods that you like, but while still reaching your goals. That's one thing that I love about macros is I'm normally a meal plan type of person, and that's what I've been in the past, but I really love macros because I can still reach my goals while having some foods that I do enjoy. Like popcorn, that's one of my favorite things ever, but more of like kettle corn, so this hits the spot. So that's my last meal of the day. We trained glutes, and it was a killer. I about died, and I was like scrambling to get my steps in versus yesterday when I had them done like at 7 o'clock p.m. I was like hustling, just walking like a madman just to finish those steps, even though cardio was already done. I didn't do a lot of walking today and movement, so that's a good reminder for myself to get more movement in throughout the day, just little things here and there. I've noticed like cleaning really helps me a lot. That's just more movement for me, and there's always stuff to clean. I feel like, especially with dogs, you've got to, you know, sweep up their hair and make sure things are clean and tidy. So this is my phase 2 at the end of day 1. I feel like it's doing a great job, and it doesn't hurt at all. It's just a little itchy here or there, I believe just from healing. I'm excited to see the results after just 1 treatment so far. So it'll be fun to see after treatment 2 and 3. We'll take you along for the results of that. This is the end of the night, probably the end of the video. This one was one that I wanted to show you more of like what I eat in a day and different things that I do outside of the gym. And I need to do more of that, so it's not just gym stuff, and it's more exciting because there's more to my life than the gym, believe it or not, even though that truly is my identity, I feel. Trying to create a little bit of a different identity too, and add more to my hobbies and things. Thank you for joining, and I'm gonna enjoy this popcorn and my egg whites that I warmed up in the microwave because I don't wanna cook them on the stove. I'm really lazy. So we'll see how that turns out, and I'll just scarf those suckers down. And as long as you're getting it, you know, getting that protein in, that's all that matters. So thank you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share with your friends to help support me and my YouTube journey. And we'll see you guys in the next one.
Okay. Let me say this one time, that one time. You make me feel alright, so nice. I know you wanna do more, say less. You can stay the night, you don't gotta go. We could take this slowly. No need to be lonely. Let me take you on this ride, no need to be shy.